Sonic Frontiers is finally here. It's been a 5-year wait for this game, and it's honestly kind of crazy. In the span of Sonic Forces to Sonic Frontiers, we've had 2 Hollywood Sonic movies, 2 full cinematic Sonic movies. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks that that's friggin' crazy. But yeah, here we finally are. Sonic and Sonic Team and Sega have given us their finished product. And what do I think about it? I thought it was a breath of fresh air, baby. I like this game. I tricked you. I bamboozled you. You thought I was gonna say this game is bad. No, it's good. I liked it. Now, I do want to say, before I jump into my full review on this game, I'm gonna have to talk about some minor spoilers, nothing huge. I don't want to ruin your experience for the game, don't get me wrong, but there's some things I have to talk about that I can't without going into some minor spoiler territory. So, if you literally want no spoilers at all, you want to play this game with literally knowing nothing about it, don't watch this video. Well, play Sonic Frontiers, finish the game, and then come back and watch this video, okay? Okay. So our story. Sonic, Amy, and Tails are on the tornado heading to Starfall Island because apparently the Chaos Emeralds have been placed there for some reason. Something goes wrong, however, as a black hole forms and sucks the trio in. Sonic wakes up in something called cyberspace, and after he escapes from there, some weird lady voice tells him that he's the key to saving the day and that he has to defeat all the Titans, and he just has to fight these Titans. While Sonic is exploring the first island of the game, he does run into Sage and one of the Titans, and it doesn't go well for him. He get kicked a lot. The guy gets him. God, Sonic gets beaten pretty easily, that's what I'm trying to say. So now Sonic knows the only way that he could beat this Titan is to get all the Chaos Emeralds and become Super Sonic. And that's basically the story beat for every island in this game. You run around, collect emeralds, save Amy, Tails, and Knuckles. Before you play this game, I would encourage you to watch the prologue animation that they did, because it explains how Knuckles got to the island that he was trapped in. And it's great animation. It's a good video. Go watch it. It's on the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel, so go watch it. It's cool. But yeah, every island, you collect the emeralds and become Super Sonic, and that means there are 4 Super Sonic boss fights in this game, and they are hype. I think this was like Sega and Sonic Team saying like, yeah, we get compared to Dragon Ball a lot, so why don't we just let Sonic's anime side show with these boss fights? And that's exactly what they did. The fights are just like on a grand scale, like Dark Gaia type beat boss fight. It's a lot of action packed. It's epic. I hate saying that word, but it really is epic. The music for them is friggin' great. Just really good boss fights. They're friggin' awesome, dude. Considering Super Sonic hasn't been a focus since Sonic Generations all the way back in 2011, this was a good change of pace, and it really reminded me why Super Sonic is important and why he's really cool. And the soundtrack for this game, phenomenal, dude, phenomenal. Why did I say it like that? The fact that it didn't get nominated for Best Video Game Soundtrack at the Game Awards is truly does not make sense, because it is a great soundtrack. The piano themes for when you're traveling the island, simple, but they get the whole atmosphere of the island well, I think. The mini boss tracks really good, and then the vocal tracks for the Titan boss fights are great. They're really, they're great. Undefeatable's great. I'm Here is great. It's just, oh my god, great soundtrack. Go listen to it. Again, play this game for yourself. I think if you're a Sonic fan, you're gonna like it. I can't promise that though, because this fan base, oh my god, they are hard to please. But yeah, great soundtrack, and I think they're releasing it on this, they're releasing the soundtrack to download or buy on December 6th. I think I saw that somewhere. If I'm wrong, let me know. But yeah, once the soundtrack comes out, my god, I'm downloading that. Give me the aux. Before I move on from the boss fights, I do have one problem with a certain boss fight. So, for the first time in a Sonic game, you can decide if you want to play on easy, normal, or hard mode. Now, if you beat the game on easy, there's a final boss and the game just ends there. But if you play on hard mode, you unlock a true final boss. And it's dumb. It's like a cross between like Galaga and Undertale. And personally, I just think it's not that rewarding of a secret boss fight, and it's kind of dumb and doesn't really fit in a Sonic game, to be honest. And like, yeah, it's a difficult boss fight. It took me many tries to beat, so like the challenge is good, but like you're not even controlling Sonic, you're controlling a spaceship. For the true final boss of the game, you're not even controlling the main character. What? Like, it's I don't know. I didn't like it. It's my least favorite part of the game. My least favorite thing about the game. So, it just feels like a very forced in / rushed true final boss fight. Stupid. Dumb. Don't like it. As I mentioned in my Potential of Sonic Frontiers video, the writer for this game is Ian Flynn, who also works on the Sonic IDW comics. And I gotta say, I think Ian Flynn did good. It was such a good change of pace from the bland and mediocre stories we've been getting since Sonic friggin' Colors. It's been a long time. I enjoyed this story. I think it's the best Sonic story in years. I wouldn't say it's better than Sonic Unleash's story, but you know. I like the way that the characters were written. I like the way that Sonic interacts with characters like Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. I loved the interaction between him and Knuckles. I thought that was probably one of my favorite parts of the story, Sonic and Knuckles interacting, and it really shows their rivalry side of them. I thought it was really good. Now, Sega, let's have a little chat. If you're really true about listening to your fans, because you said months ago that after Sonic Forces, you really started listening to fans and what they want, and then you went and hired Ian Flynn, which was something we've wanted for a while. You did that. You listened. Good. Keep them. Don't be like, all right, Ian wrote one game, let's get new writers in. No, keep them. Keep them, because I really feel like while I enjoyed Frontiers' story, it's really only scratching the surface of what Ian Flynn can do, and keep him on as game writer, please. He did great. Keep him. Don't, because I keep him. Don't get rid of him, because I don't want to go back to stories like Colors, Generations barely had a story, Lost World, and Forces. Please. Don't do that to me. I could not handle it. So yeah, just keep Ian, keep him in. Don't just be like, hey, Ian, thanks for the good game story. Go back to the comics. See ya. No, don't do that. Keep him, please. Keep him. Now, when this game was first announced to be an open world / open zone type of game, I was very excited because on my Sonic game wish list, open world was on the very tippy top of that list. And when we got the first exclusive look of gameplay for Sonic Frontiers, I was worried. Things looked like they needed to be really polished, and but I was worried, but I was still excited for the game. All they needed to do was give us good open zones, make Sonic fun to play. It's all they needed to do for me to be a happy camper. And did they do that? Oh baby, they did it, and I'm a happy little man. It's fun to run around in these open zones, fighting enemies, finding collectibles, and just running around as Sonic. Sonic controls really well. It's just really fun. They did really good with the open zone stuff. It's fun, which is all I needed it to be. Fun, and that's what it is. Fun, fun, fun. God, I'm happy because this is what I've always wanted for a Sonic game, and they did it well, and thank God. If I don't want to sound like I'm just praising this game without looking at its flaws. If there was one thing I would remove from the open zones, just get rid of the 2D sections or minimize them, because there's a lot of 2D sections in the open zones where you're basically shoved into and you can't really escape them, which just like kind of puts a hold on you exploring and stuff. So maybe not totally get rid of the 2D areas, but minimize them. Take some of them out for Frontiers 2, if Sonic Frontiers 2 is a thing, which I hope. Now, the combat. Now, combat has been a thing that's been in Sonic games before. It's either hit or miss. In Sonic Unleashed, or Sonic the Fighters, I've never really played that. I played Sonic the Fighters a little bit, and it's okay, but Sonic Unleashed, with the Werehog fighting mechanic, it grows on you. It does get repetitive, but I don't think it's that bad as people say it is. And then in Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, there was fighting combat in that game, and it was fucking terrible. But thankfully, I can say I really enjoyed the combat in Sonic Frontiers. The skill tree is awesome, giving Sonic a bunch of new abilities. The combat's very fluid. You can parry, you can dodge. It's not clunky at all. It's very fast moving. It's good. It's really good. I think it's... Uh-oh, am I going to get in trouble for saying this? I think it's my favorite combat in a Sonic game, to be quite frank. Ocean with you. I'm not going to keep that in. I probably will, though, because I bet I'll be a little bit proud of it. And I did enjoy the variety of enemies that we got in this game. I'm glad that every new island you went to, there was new enemies. I was worried that it was just going to be enemies from World 1, basically recycled. And yeah, there are... Let me talk about that. There are a lot of recycled enemies in every world, but there's also new enemies. But I think when it comes to recycling enemies in this game, I think where it really hurts the game the most is with the mini bosses. But I mean, some of them are fun to the point where I don't really mind, like, you know, playing the same mini boss thing again. I don't mind it. I like the sumo. He cool. But yeah, it does get repetitive once you start fighting a lot of recycled enemies / mini bosses. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But yeah, maybe in the, you know, with their next Sonic game, you know, come up with new enemy types. You don't gotta recycle stuff, you know? Come on, man. And the last thing I have to talk about is the cyberspace levels. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with these things. So Sonic controls differently than he controls differently in cyberspace than he does in the open world segments. What cyberspace is, basically while you're running around the open zone, you can find portals that bring you to cyberspace levels, which are more traditional 3D levels, like Sonic Adventure through modern Sonic levels. That's all it is. And Sonic controls differently. He's more stiff. I don't know. I don't know. He controls really weird in cyberspace, and it's kind of infuriating. But why I have a love-hate relationship with it is that I think as you play these cyberspace levels, get used to how he controls in them, you can really master how he controls. And when it comes to the time trial missions, there's a sense of getting better at the game. There's a good payoff, I think. I don't know. I just have a love-hate relationship with the cyberspace levels. I don't hate them, but I think they could have been worked on a lot more. But they're okay. They're okay. And with that, I think that's really all I gotta say about Sonic Frontiers. It's crazy that I'm here reviewing a new Sonic game. Just nuts, dude. And it's also freaking nuts that I enjoyed this game and that I think it's great. I think Sonic Frontiers is great. Not good, great. And hey, on Twitter, a lot of people are saying, there's a lot of people that don't like it, and fine. That's fine. You can like what you like, and you cannot like what you not like. But there are some people I see on the internet that it basically boils down to, if it's not Sonic Adventure, I hate it. And that's stupid. Just stupid. And most of the people that say it's not Sonic Adventure haven't played it yet and haven't given it a chance before they say they hate the game. So, I don't know. You can, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And that's fine. I like it. And I'm sticking with my guns. You can't change my mind. Don't even friggin' try, because I love this game. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Sonic Frontiers. Don't be toxic. If people like the game, don't be like, you're wrong, bitch. And if people don't like the game, don't be like, you're wrong, also, bitch. Be civil in the comments. Tell me what you think about Sonic Frontiers. Comment, like, subscribe. This whole friggin' platform is all about engagement, and I need more of it. So please help me out on that. I also made a Patreon. I made a Patreon for only $5 a month. You can watch videos early. You can listen to new music that I'm making early. So yeah, if you want to go support me on Patreon, please go ahead. Don't feel obligated like you have to. Just don't. It's your money. You do what you want with it. But if you did, I would greatly appreciate it, because it would support me and the channel so I can keep making these funny little videos, and maybe if I get enough moolah, I can, you know, upgrade to a better set. I don't know. I'm content with this one right now. But yeah, do what you want with the Patreon. I would really appreciate it if you supported me on there. It'd be cool. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.